Have you ever looked around your room and thought, why doesn't this space feel like me anymore? For the longest time, mine started to feel kind of boring and uninspiring. I saved all these beautiful room inspiration photos on Pinterest, but every room makeover video I saw always involved buying a bunch of new decor. And as a student, that just wasn't realistic for me. So I decided to experiment with my own decor, which is how it went from this to this. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to make your room look more aesthetic and inspiring without spending a lot of money. And I will also be giving you 10 plus DIY decor ideas you can make with stuff you already have at home. So I'll start with what makes a good foundation for your aesthetic room. First, plan things out. Before you start moving furniture or getting rid of things, sketch your room first. It will save you so much time and you won't accidentally get rid of something you want to keep later. When I was doing my room makeover, I sketched out multiple layouts before touching a single piece of furniture. After I randomly moved my furniture a bunch of times and had to move them back because I realized it looked better the way it looked before. But I made the mistake so you don't have to. Choose a color scheme before you start decorating, because no amount of cute decor can save a room that's fighting for its life with a gazillion different colors. I used to think my room didn't look as aesthetic as I wanted because I didn't have enough cute decor, but it turns out it was because I had so many colors competing for attention that nothing looked cohesive. This next change cost me exactly $0, but it made the biggest difference in my room. 3. Rearrange your furniture. After you plan your room, then rearrange your furniture. Since I had a small room, the way my furniture was arranged made it feel way more cluttered than it actually was. It even felt mentally overwhelming sometimes. Once I rearranged everything though, it felt instantly bigger, brighter, and more put together. And I didn't spend a single dollar on it. Rearranging your room also helps you figure out what you actually want to keep, which makes organizing everything else so much easier.
Since a good base is basically nothing without good organization.
4. Assign everything to a place. An organized space is one of the most important elements of an aesthetically pleasing room, because if everything has a home, you won't end up playing, where did I put that, every single morning. Then 5. Organize the inside of your furniture. Instead of buying plastic organizers, I made mine from paper and old boxes I already had. To make a paper organizer, all I did was make a square out of regular A4 paper.
Then I followed this pattern on the screen.
You can also use old boxes or cardboard if you want something sturdier. If you don't have much to organize, you can even arrange items so they naturally contain themselves without using organizers at all. Frankly, the interior of your desk, drawers, and cabinets are not meant to be aesthetic. They should be functional. Keeping the inside of your furniture organized makes it much easier to keep the outside of your room clutter-free and aesthetic. 6. Declutter surfaces. Keep surfaces for decorative items and items I use often. When I redid my desk, I moved everything I didn't use every day into a drawer. If it wasn't useful or adding to the look of my room, it didn't need to stay on my desk. You'll probably notice the same thing. Once your surfaces aren't crowded, your room instantly feels more organized and put together. This is one of the easiest changes you can make, but it has a huge impact.
Decorations can either make your room look intentional or make it feel cluttered. So here's how to use them, plus some DIYs if you're decorating on a budget.
7. Try DIY before you buy. Make new decorations yourself before buying them. Some of my favorite decorations cost me absolutely nothing, which is great because my wallet was not participating in this room makeover. When I was decorating my room, I realized the pieces I made myself ended up being my favorites because I could design them to match my room's exact style and color scheme. They felt way more personal than anything I could have bought. But making decorations isn't enough if they're just there. So, 8. Add personal mood pieces, which are things in your room that genuinely bring you joy. An idea you can try is making a container of nice words about yourself, where you make a house-like sketch, cut it out, fold it, and add a rose. Then write something kind to yourself inside. Making sure that your room supports your mindset is important because you're going to spend hundreds of hours in this room. It should support the version of you are trying to become by inspiring you to have better habits and not remind you of your bad ones. 9. Make your decorations pretty and functional. One way to do this is by making a calendar that doubles as decor. You can use it for your desk or wall while also keeping yourself organized. To make a DIY calendar, you can print or draw the date on A4 paper and fold it around an old notebook. Or you can draw it on multiple pages, punch 2 holes at the top, and now you have a decoration that matches your room's aesthetic and helps you stay organized. It's basically 2 problems solved with 1 or a bunch of pieces of paper. Depends on which one you choose.
And now, here are some DIY decorations that instantly elevate any room.
10. Wall collage. Instead of having a blank wall, you can fill it with things that mean something to you by making a wall collage. Otherwise, your walls are just standing there doing absolutely nothing, besides supporting the roof over your head into your entire house. To make a wall collage, you can create things from your life like newspapers, concert posters, or anything meaningful to you. If you don't have memorabilia, you can print images from Pinterest or the internet that match your aesthetic. I added these to a blank section of my wall, and it instantly looked intentional instead of like I hadn't figured out what to put there yet. 11. Add plants. Whether real or fake, adding plants to your room will make your room feel more alive, and they can make almost any room look better. I also love combining plants with wall butterflies because it makes the room feel more whimsical, and butterflies can match almost any aesthetic. If you don't want the maintenance of real plants, make your own plant instead. One thing I made recently was a fake flower for my nightstand using tissue paper.
First, cut the paper in half, cut frilly edges, then add watercolor to the ends and center. Fold it into an accordion-like pattern, let it dry, fluff out the edges. After that, make paper stems and hot glue them to the bottom of the flower.
And now you have a beautiful DIY flower. 12. Use or modify books as decor. I have a lot of books, and using some of them as decoration helps me to save space, but the covers really match my aesthetic. Apparently, book publishers don't design covers based off my room's color scheme. Very inconsiderate of them, I know. When I really like a book but it doesn't go with the aesthetic I'm going for, I either put it backwards or cover the cover with colored paper, printing paper, or tissue paper. And if you're thinking this sounds like a lot, don't worry. I didn't do everything in one day either. If you want to see how I made my desk and some inspiration for your room as well, it will show up here. And if you want to see more cozy and helpful videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And if you made it this far, comment dream room. I think this would be my dream room, honestly. Goodbye.